the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's Sunday. As a Sunday show, we have the privilege of getting all the opening weekend numbers, and we can go all the way back to Wednesday because they started this early for the holiday week and the weekend. Grump, you got those numbers?
Somewhere. Give me a second.
I got them already.
All right, you got them. All right,
You
so
got
who here saw Mario? Yeah,
I'm
Jed, I know
going
you're there. I
tomorrow.
saw you tomorrow.
I'm
All right, so
going
I'll
tomorrow.
avoid
I'm going to go
spoilers.
see it again.
I'll avoid some spoilers because I don't want you. You should not be spoiled. You should sit down and have a nice, little
Mhm.
happy smile on your face this entire time. And Jed, I know you saw because I saw you in the background of Jeremy's video when he did that. This movie is going to make money,
Oh, yes, it is.
just like we
Lots
said it
of it.
would.
It's the highest opening weekend of an animated movie ever.
It's
I
gonna make
love-
$1 billion.
It's a billion
It's
Oh,
gonna make
yeah.
$1 billion.
Yeah, pretty
Make
pretty
money.
easily.
100%.
by the end of the month. Easy.
We need to see before I can make predictions on when it's going to hit $1 billion. I need to see the second week drop off, but it's going to
also
happen,
need
I believe.
Japan.
But just when, yeah, Japan
Oh,
is going to
Japan has
kick it
not
into
seen
gear.
this yet.
And I don't think China has it either. Like a lot of Asian countries haven't gotten it yet.
But Japan's, I don't care about China's population. It's Japan I care about because that's the mothership.
Mhm.
That's the mothership. That's where Mario was born. And they want to, they love this stuff.
Mhm.
The otaku over there, they love this stuff. The hardcore fans of this kind of thing, they're gonna watch it over again. Kids can see it again. I've said this several times on videos and streams. When I left, when I went on Wednesday, first show of the day, noon. Smattering of families in there. Wasn't a packed theater, but when it was over, and I was sitting there waiting for the Easter egg. Kids walking by, hearing them say, "When we come back, I want to see this again." The kids are going to make their parents see this like 4 or 5 times.
Easily.
Mhm.
Easily.
I mean-
And like a buddy of mine, like he took his kids on Friday. Took his kids on Friday. And he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go back again and again because the kids love it. He enjoyed it." I'm just like, it's and like you said, we predicted that the joint was gonna do gangbusters
Yeah.
in
I mean,
the theaters.
it's a kid's movie. But it's also for us, the nostalgia guys, the guys who have been there with Mario since he first grabbed that fire flower and a mushroom, 40 odd years ago.
A lot of people are saying that, and I pretty well disagree with that as being like the primary adult audience because I don't have a whole lot of Mario nostalgia. I've never beaten a Mario game. I've never even gotten close. It's been like, hey, do you want to play for 5 minutes here? That's my Mario involvement. I'm big Donkey Kong fan. Like the N64 Donkey Kong, I love. So the Donkey Kong portions of this movie, I got some nostalgia before, but the Mario aspect, not really a whole lot of nostalgia from the actual Mario aspect. I mean, I played Mario Kart and Smash Brothers too, but I didn't need the nostalgia to love this movie. It was just
you don't need
fun.
It's just it feeds the fun.
Yeah, it does help, but a lot of people
it.
are saying that only adults with nostalgia are going to love this movie, and I firmly disagree with that because I don't have a nostalgia, and I really like this movie as well. And I also disagree with people who say it's not very well written. It's just simple. There are some really strong pieces of writing. Maybe not in plot. The plot is simple, but in terms of character, in terms of characterization, there's a lot of strong stuff, especially with Luigi. And there's a lot of show don't tell that I appreciate that isn't common in a modern storytelling. Specifically, I can't get into details of this, but they show you the different physics between the real world and the Mushroom Kingdom in some very simple ways, but not even in that, Adam. This is in the trailer, so no spoilers in that. When he fought Donkey Kong, he didn't show any physical signs of injury, but at a certain point later on, see that they didn't say anything in a subsequent fight. They didn't tell you, "Hey, this is different. We're in a different situation." They just let you figure out physics between the worlds are different.
That's a great point. In the third act fights, he's as opposed to taking the damage in the Mushroom Kingdom. But Jed, great grab, dude. I missed that.
That's writing. That is a writing prop.
Good job,
I had to give it to them. There's several examples of it, but that was one when I saw it in the theater. I'm like, holy shit! They trusted the audience.
I saw the battle
something
damage
out. Yeah,
I saw battle damage, but didn't register that he didn't take battle damage in the Mushroom Kingdom, but took battle damage in Act 3.
But it's simple. They got some story things right that a lot of things aren't. So I will argue with people that say this isn't a well-written movie. I think it is very strongly written. It's got a simple plot, sure.
But the themes are strong. The themes are strong.
Themes are very, very strong.
Family,
and there are
trust,
character arcs.
hope, tenacity. It's all good stuff. And Dre, you're gonna. I just had a nice, pleasant smile on my face the whole time when I watched this. It was just I'm going like this. Now I didn't laugh out loud, but I just went yeah, because I see something. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. and the soundtrack. It's got all the classic soundtracks you're going to remember, and it's all great. It's fun without agenda. For the most part, it's just
that's all I'm really looking for. Like I'm just looking to have a good time, and that's about it.
Yeah,
and if it's delivering fun, as everyone has told me, everybody whose word I respect has told me the same thing. Like, oh, it's fun. You had me at hello. I don't need it to be riveting or groundbreaking. Am I about to have fun? Yes.
You're going to turn your brain off for the hour and 20 minutes that it is.
I'm in. You had me at fun. That's all I need.
I want to see this again, but I don't want to spend $14. I'm going to spend that $14 by the Blu-ray at the end of the year for Christmas. That's what I'm going to do. This is a win. It's such a win, and at the same time, this makes me laugh. The hypocrisy of this here.
Just one last thing about the box office is even movies that made more money initially than Mario has at this point, their budgets were so massively bigger that they barely broke even. This movie, they reported an unofficial budget for this is between 100 and 150 million. With that, it's very well in the red at this point, or very close to it, at least in its opening weekend. Any movie that can get back recoup its liability in the first weekend is a movie set for success, and it's because it's cheaper than the $300 million Flash movie or the $300 million Indiana Jones movie, so it doesn't need to make as much to be successful. It's already broken successful.
Even at this point, so by next weekend it'll be in the black by next weekend, and when Japan opens,
some sites are already saying it's broke even.
Odin from OMB Reviews saying it's 70 million in the red or in the black.
And even at his worst setting, they still broke even with 25 million earned, whereas Odin's numbers are saying 76. So worst case right now, they've made 25 million,
and that's just incredible.
We're not. It's not even literally the first week. It's the weekend, even though it's starting the week. It's barely even been out a week. And this is great news, and it destroys a lot of narratives about these types of movies and this and that, because it makes the critics look like fools who don't get it. I mean, people make fun of Grace Randolph for 4 or 5 days now. A lot of people who don't get it. So, clearly, you didn't play the games. I haven't played a lot of games recently. So things like the cat suit or the Ice Flower, those are new things to me because I haven't played modern Mario games. I stopped a long time ago, but I still follow all this stuff. I know what's going on in terms of all the games, but that's why some of the original nostalgia stuff really hit for me, going back to the 80s and the 90s when I really played a lot of Mario. But this is great. It's going to do great. And this makes me laugh even more, where you got Leguizamo, a Latino man who was hired to play a man of Italian descent in that horrible live action movie, is complaining there's no Latino representation and he's not going to watch because of that. Go fuck yourself, dude. Once upon a time, 20 years ago, you were funny. Not anymore. Go fuck yourself.
What is wrong with this dude?
He's broken. TDS. It's TDS.
As soon as the character's been race swapped, it can never go back to its original race, in his opinion.
And he was a race swap, essentially.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Luigi was race swapped, and so now Luigi has to always be race swapped in his mind.
Yeah, so then that movie was horrible. But he's irrelevant, and this is him trying to get attention. That's all I want to say on that. I find it hysterical.
Well, if anyone's seen The Menu, that's his most recent movie that I've seen. He's not good.
Nope, he's not.
He's lost whatever talent he may or may not have originally had.
He was a comedian. He was funny. He did good stand-up back in the day. He could do good impersonations, and he had a couple of good movie roles that were fun. And then clearly his career faded, and now he wants to be an activist to try and get attention again. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos. maybe a little shit stirring here and there. Who knows? At the Ren Nerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.